Alright, hi everyone. I'm going to give you guys a little training session here on how to get control points started up and running. So first off is what's going to happen. Here at New West, we are going to create the actual tenant or particular instance for your organization. Once we do that, you'll get an email that looks just like this. It's going to be from support, and it's going to ask you to activate your account. Now, we would have already collected the email address that you wanted to be used as the admin user for Control Point. So it's going to be sent to that email address, and that is going to be your username. In order to activate this, you're just going to click this link here. It's going to let you know that that was activated. It's going to give you a link to log on. So here you would take that same username or email and type it into the username field here. Same password as well. Alright, so at this point, we have created an admin user. We're now into Control Point for the organization that we created for you. In this instance, I called it Point Store. So here we want to create a location or a couple, however many you have. I'm going to go ahead and create two. So we'll call this first one Portland because I'm in Portland. Go ahead and save it. Create another one, say Phoenix. Alright, so now we have two locations. At this point, if you're using RMS and you're going to be installing the RMS sync, we would do that now. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I'm just working off of Tailspin Toys. I'm sure everyone's seen this. I'm going to pull all these items into this instance of Control Point. So first off, I'm going to show you there are no items in here. We will go ahead and run a sync to get those. Now typically, or in the future here, once we add it, this email will include the download for the connector. But here I've just downloaded ahead of time, and I'm going to go ahead and take you through the whole process of installing and then also syncing. Okay, so this is not actually the database that I want to use. I want to use PointDB. Go ahead and test it, make sure it's seeing. Okay, next. And that looks good. Alright, everything has been installed. Go ahead and run it. At this point, we're going to hit the synchronize button. It's going to ask us for our login and password. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, and it's also going to ask what location we're working against. So I'm going to say Portland. Alright, now it's downloading, pulling all that RMS data into the Point control panel. And it's letting us know that it completed with 0 errors. This little sphere here is just indicating that there's an active sync status. You can go in here and change your database connections if needed, and then of course test it from here. Okay, so now when we do a screen refresh here on Control Point, all those items from RMS will show up with the exact quantities that were in RMS as well. So from here, we need to connect devices to this instance of Point. And to do that, we go through a process called provisioning. And in order to do that, we come down here to devices. And we can do this a couple different ways. Now, the first way would be to just send an email to the members that need to be provisioned. You can also display the QR code right here for scanning that will also provision the devices. So we'll do both. We have a nice little wizard here that kind of guides you through it. We're going to, again, select the location we're working against. Say next, and I'm going to go ahead and send it to the same email I've been working against here. So go next. Alright, so it's going to send that email out, and then it's also going to display a QR code right here. Now at this point, I am going to switch over to my screen that has the devices on it. I'll pull this guy over to my other monitor so I can scan those with the devices. Now both of these devices I'm actually holding in my hand here. So the first one, we will go ahead and provision it. I'm gonna go out to the QR scanner here. Alright, so you can see there that it put the provisioning code into the field. Hit the check box up at the top right to go ahead and provision. It's going to pull all that data down. I'll go ahead and do it with the other device here as well. Alright, so that one was good. I'll go ahead and, alright, so it's downloading as well. Looks like both of them are finished. And that is how you provision devices. Now, this access code it's asking for, this is just a way to provide a little bit more security to this device. If you didn't want anyone else to be able to log on this device and participate in the accounts that you would be involved in, you can provide an extra layer of security here. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it on both. And at this point, you are ready to count. Now, that will be covered in another video, so I will talk to you later.